welcome back to another edition of the Gritty Hour. I'm here in person with Sean E. Boy, in person.
What's up, T?
How you doing, Sean?
Yeah, doing good, man. It's good to be here.
It's good to be out of the computer and in the real life.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. This is what you look like?
So you don't really talk like this, then?
No, I do not.
Okay.
No, I do not.
So the rumors of your U.S. grant in it is...
That's all. That's just a big rumor.
Okay.
That's a big rumor.
All right.
Yeah.
So how you doing?
I'm good.
School year's over?
School year's over. Got summer literally just started. This is actually my first kind of summer day. Last Friday was the end of the school year. And I'll share this weekend. I woke up Saturday morning. I think for the first time in my life, I was like stiff to the point where as I was... Is that not good?
No, would I try you over?
I don't. I woke up. I don't know. Like I literally woke up and I could not. I was just like, oh, like my whole body was just like. I don't know if it was like the end of the year, the pandemic, like the whole like my body was like, yo, tap out, man.
Welcome to my everyday world.
Yeah, it was. It took me like 4 hours for my body to finally like loosen up and get going. So I was like, shit.
Your body knew that you were done for the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think that like sleeping. Right, going to bed. You know, you go to bed. Most people, it's a good thing to go to bed, and then like realizing how important it is to sleep in proper positions as you get older. You sleep in a bad position when you're older, dude. That fuck up your whole next day.
Or with a fan on you.
I sleep with fans on. I have
You don't
three.
want to sleep with a fan on you.
I have 3 fans going at the same time. I got one on the right side, one on the left side.
Well, that's why you're waking up with sores.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why's that?
Because your muscles, I don't know. The fan does something with your muscles. I don't
Sort
know.
in the commercial somewhere.
Yeah. So the teaching is over till September.
Yeah, this.
You got the cushiest job I know. I should have been a teacher, man.
Yeah, you gotta go to a lot of school though.
Yeah, well, I know.
You gotta do about 6, 7 years of
The
college.
summer off, last 2
Yeah.
weeks of the year off, spring break.
Yeah.
Good cushy job, man.
Yeah. Christmas break, winter break,
That's what I mean, yeah.
just break.
Easter. You get Easter.
Yeah, something.
Take the whole day. Stay home for the week.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's all right. As long as the kids are being learned. Are the kids being learned?
Yeah, they're learning. No, the kids are learning for sure.
Yeah.
This
So-
year, yeah, maybe there's a little touch and go.
So there is a gap between the time when we record these things and when they actually go out into the world.
Yes.
So you're here. You're about to go to Florida, right?
Can't wait.
For the month. Right now it's the end of June. Even though this won't come out till July sometime.
It's the end of June. Yeah.
Yeah. In case we start talking about the Mets later, and you know, whatever place they're in now, it ain't gonna be that way.
Well, I'll say this real quick. They are in first place.
Yeah. Well, they
Still,
might be in third by the time you get to Florida.
From our first podcast to this podcast, they've been in first base the whole fucking time. So I'm not jinxing it. I'm just gonna knock on it.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. But so you're going to Florida this week, right?
No, next Tuesday.
Oh, so you'll be here for the 4th of July.
Yes, I'm going to play golf up at Foxwoods this week for a couple of days.
First world problems, Shawnee boy.
Yeah, I know.
First world problems.
And I'm going with my buddy, and you know, obviously we got separate rooms. Not like 22 and still getting the same
Not
room.
that kind of buddy.
No. But he's.
So you got the stress that you had to say.
What'd you say?
You have to stress that you get. Yeah, that insecure.
I don't know. Just kidding.
Separate rooms.
Yeah.
In fact, he's in the hotel
Yeah,
on the
like,
block.
you know what? He's not even going.
I canceled him. No.
But he's into bingo. I've never.
Now I know why you mentioned separate rooms.
But I've never played.
Is he gonna crochet a sweater while you?
Yeah. While I'm playing God, come back. There's a new golf shirt waiting for me.
He's practicing to be retired.
Yeah,
That's
folded on my bed.
He's practicing for when he retires. Yeah.
But anyway, I've gone to casinos before years ago. It's not too much my thing, but whatever. I don't mind it. But I've never bingo. I went to bingo at a casino where like the people. You know, I'm not knocking people, but like they got the superstitious trolls and like that's the type of bingo I'm going to on Thursday, and it's my first experience. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 7.
Yes. You know, they still have planes that go to Vegas.
Yeah.
And buses that go to Atlantic City.
Yeah, and they have golf courses there and the whole thing. I know.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You know, you got your time off. Enjoy. You got to enjoy it to the fullest.
Yeah.
And then you got to fly down to Florida.
Next Tuesday, I'll fly in, and then you know, my dad lives.
You know, July is an awesome time to be in Florida.
Yeah, everyone I know says
The roads are empty.
like, literally everyone's going the other way, and it's just me coming
You
down.
a lot of people on the way.
All right, I'll hold it down.
You and the stewardess will be on the plane.
Yeah, but the I love it. I'm a little bit of an oddball. I when it's 100 degrees, I love it. Yeah, I'm not.
Well, you were telling me before where you're staying down there. You got a pool on the property.
Pool on the property.
You got a beach is a block away.
No, the beach is a 2-minute golf cart ride away.
Okay.
Maybe 3.
All right. How much is it in a real car?
Well, golf carts I can maneuver on side streets and kind of
they do that?
cut some. Yeah, you can drive the golf carts on the streets. Yeah.
You're gonna go to early bird specials, and you got the you got the golf course right near you.
Down the block. Yeah, and life is
You're
good.
gonna have dinner at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, I usually barbecue about 6.
Uh-huh.
So if you catch a flight, just try to get there before 5.
Are you going down there solo?
I'm going solo.
Uh-huh. No special someone going with you?
No special someone.
No. You're in betwixt special someones?
Yes. Right now in my life, there's not a special someone.
Uh-huh. So you're going for your little downtime?
Yeah.
Clear the mind out.
All seriousness, that's why I go down. I go down. I just zone out, and like the month of July for me is a time to just get away from everything. I worked. July is like a perfect month to like not think about school, not think about anything, and just kind of like zone out.
You know, there's real people who actually work all year.
I heard that.
And they take 2 weeks.
I thought that was a rumor, but my brother.
No, but that's good. I'm only kidding you. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hope you enjoy yourself down there. So we're gonna maybe get you on Zoom down there
I'm hoping
for some guests that will be appearing here in July.
I'll be bringing my gear down. A laptop and headphones.
That's a lot of pressure. Now I got to line people up.
Yeah. You know, just so you know, I could probably help in a pinch if you need a guest or something.
Well, you're the co-host. That don't count.
No, I can get somebody.
Oh, who you got?
Yeah.
Who you got in mind? The
Well,
bingo guy?
The who?
The bingo guy?
Yeah. After bingo.
Let me tell you about my strategy.
Yeah, I'll let you. Right. You want to start on the top right every time.
Well, you got people down there that you want to talk to?
No, just I've I have one friend who runs his own business. You know, he's actually run a couple of his own businesses. He'd probably be interesting to. I don't know.
What kind of business?
He had a men's health website that he ran to he made car seat covers for like sweat for people who work out or people who like, let's say, work in construction all day, and he still sells those, and now he's doing like
I'll ask him what the hell that is.
Yeah.
The seat with a towel.
No, I bought one. I have one in my car.
Okay.
I can show it to you.
No, it's okay. I know you're worried about your brownies. You got brownies in the car.
Yeah.
It's 115 degrees out. And you're like, the hell with this show, I got brownies in the car.
Well, you know, listen, when your sister, my aunt, makes brownies.
Uh-huh. Well, you know, you could throw them in the icebox when you get home.
I could, but I don't, how often do I get brownies made for me? Once a year, maybe twice?
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a treat, and to start the summer, I'm getting brownies.
Wow.
That's a good sign.
I mean, wow.
Bingo, brownies. What's next?
Yeah. So you're going down to clear your mind out, sweat your balls off,
Sweat my balls off,
and come back.
play a lot of golf, come back, and
Alan's gonna be 11, huh?
yes,
That's
11
pretty
years
scary.
old. He just graduated.
Does that make
school.
him my nephew's son? Does that make me his great uncle or
Correct.
grand uncle?
I would say great, but
I like grand. Can it be grand?
yeah,
I like grand.
like a grand crock.
Like grand, you know, grand.
Grand, Uncle Tom.
He's grand. How was Uncle Tom when he was alive? He was grand.
It's grand. Yeah. So
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And his birthday is in August?
August 2nd.
Wow. I remember when he was born. Yeah.
Me too.
Seems like about 10 years ago.
Yeah. He was like a little a little peanut.
He was a baby.
Now he's turning into.
When he was born, he was like a baby.
That's what they say.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember your sister-in-law monitoring him very closely because there was a couple of hiccups along the way.
Yeah, physically she had this.
I remember visiting her in the hospital because I was living in the Bronx at the time. She was in the hospital in the Bronx.
Yeah, over on Pelham Parkway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And measuring his heart rate. That was like the big thing. Yeah. It's got to be over 145.
Yeah.
Beats per minute or something.
Correct.
And I was thinking if I had that, I'd have a heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah, babies are faster, I guess. But yeah,
so that stuck in my head, 145.
Visiting her at the hospital one time, I visited her. I wasn't ready for this, and she's just like, "Yeah, we're gonna go do a sonogram, you know, where they put the juice on the belly and and I'm like, you're gonna come with me?" I'm like, I'm not fucking.
Where the hell's Keith?
Yeah, I was just like he was like, well, I just happened to stop in, and she's like, no, and I'm like, I wasn't ready for it, but I went in and. You know, and to see the beating heart or just to hear the beat and then see the baby on the screen, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, that's real. You know?
And now he's going to be 11. Time stops for no man.
No.
Time waits for no man.
He's 11. Like he's become, you know, like you watch, just like you watch those girls, like, you know, they're 5 or 6, and then they're 11, and you start to see them like as young people, you know.
Yes. You had mentioned in a previous podcast about 18-year-old Sean kicked in. You were playing kickball or something.
Yeah.
See, the calendar is no man's friend. Sean.
Nah. Yeah. Father time, right?
Father time.
Always wins.
Grand uncle.
Oh yeah. I usually say grand.
Grand uncle. Grandiose Uncle Tom.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do. I'll let him know. Like, listen, Uncle Tom would like to hear grand before.
Anybody could be great.
How about trumpets?
To be grand.
You want trumpets when you walk in?
Yeah, to the chief. Yeah, so good. So you're going down there, you'll be back, and then, yeah, we do have some guests lined up for July while you're down there. So if they're here in the house, I haven't figured out how to have you on Zoom and then them in the house.
I can just call in.
Yeah, I could put you on speakerphone. Yeah. And no, I don't know how to mix all that together. I'm learning, you know.
Yeah, listen, it's a process.
It's a learning curve, you know. Some of the curves are sharper than others, but I'm on the curve, you know. But if they're on Zoom, which I think 2 of them are, then you just hook right in there from Florida. They'll be on Zoom, you'll be on Zoom, and
yeah, we'll just Zoom away.
We'll just Zoom it out, man.
That part we had down pat.
Yeah.
How's it feel to be live right now? Like.
It's like weird. It's like the guy I see on TV sitting right next to me.
Yeah. He's real.
Yeah. But I can't say I'm overly happy with the sound quality of the Zoom. I got to figure out how to make that better.
Yeah. Well, because you pointed it out to me, and then when you did JR, I haven't listened to the whole thing, but yeah, it is a very clear...
Yeah.
Better sounding.
Yeah, the one with podcast. Poet J.R. McCarthy, he was sitting here.
I'm sorry, Poet J.R.
Poet. He's Poet J.R. He's also a teacher.
Yeah, I know him as J.R.
He, having a work ethic, he teaches summer school. He doesn't go to Florida.
Sucker.
He always taught summer school.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's,
Can I interject for a second?
No,
okay.
But he, yeah, no, go ahead, what?
For the first 3 or 4 years of my teaching career, I taught summer school.
Yeah, it probably sucks because you're teaching people that didn't want to learn the first time.
The juice wasn't worth the squeeze, meaning like.
Wow, what an analogy!
Yeah,
the juice wasn't
like
worth
it wasn't enough
squeeze.
money for me to give up my summer. If we were pulling in, you know, let's say for argument's sake, 10 grand. All right, yeah. I'm not saying that's what I'm expecting, but it just wasn't enough. I'm like, why would I?
Right.
Like, it's not changing my next 6 months. Like, it's just a little bit of side money.
But I'm blinded by that juice.
Oh, you're welcome.
Is that yours?
No.
I never heard that before.
You've heard that before.
I've never heard that before. And I'm Grant.
Yeah, you are Grant.
And I have never heard that
with
saying,
the
the juice isn't worth the squeeze.
I've heard it from movies, and I'm sure it's more than that, but, you know, is the juice worth the squeeze?
Wow.
And for me, summer school, that's just me. Like, someone else might need the extra couple
So
grand.
you didn't make it up, so it's part of my itinerary now, too.
You could take it.
Yeah.
You could
This isn't worth the squeeze, Sean.
I don't have a patent on that. That's not mine.
Makes me thirsty, actually.
Yeah. Now, if I did own, I would be pretty proud if I came up with that, but that's not me.
Didn't you have an idea to? What the hell was the idea?
Oh, the phone shade.
Phone shade. Explain that.
So, this is probably what?
Here, here's a phone you can use as a prop. Let me get you my phone.
I got my phone. I'd say what, 10?
I don't know where the hell my phone is.
10 years ago, but this is what this problem is. So, like, these screens, right? 10 years ago, my numbers could be off. Like, the sun would reflect, so you couldn't see your phone during a sunny, like a day like today.
I still can't see it.
No, I can, but I guess, like,
well, then it's just me.
it's you,
Okay.
right? The glass or the screen material 10 years ago, like, it wouldn't reflect, so this, like, the sun wouldn't reflect off it, or maybe I'm saying it backwards, but it was hard to see your screen, and I'm like, yo, a phone shade would be amazing. And I kind of looked into it, I researched it, whatever. And then my buddy's dad, who he was in like the headphone business and sound, and he did really well making like headphones, whatever. And he's like, oh, Google's coming up with that in like 6 months. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so, I remember it was a TV show. Well, there's probably a company. What was the name of that company? QWERTY?
Yeah, Quirky.
QWERTY or
Quirky.com or something. And it was like a team that you can like.
Yeah, you send in your ideas and they'll either use it or laugh at it.
All right.
Did you ever do that?
No, I got to the website, but then I talked to my buddy's dad, and he just crushed my dream.
He's like, Apple's working on that show.
Yeah, he's like they're like every major company's like 6 months away from coming out with it. I'm like, well, okay.
And even if they didn't, they'd steal it from you.
Yeah, and like who am I to make?
Sean.
Yeah, who am I to make a phone shape?
You had some nerve.
I have zero background and stuff like that.
It was a good idea.
It's a good idea.
At the time.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, and then you can customize
Well,
it.
I still can barely see my phone.
That's shit.
And the sun is shining on it.
You just turn away.
I wait for the clouds to go by. Make a call, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good. You know, you gotta keep coming up with ideas.
Like once a month, me and my class, we brainstorm. I'm like, all right, guys, who has a great idea that's gonna make it?
That's what you throw at the kids?
Yeah, just like in like downtime.
How about math and reading?
No, in the downtime.
Oh, in the downtime.
Like when a 2 minute little timeout, like everyone needs a 2 minute break.
Yeah. And did you ever come up with any of the kids come up with a good idea?
I'm still teaching.
No, the kids. They ever come up with a good idea?
Yeah, I can't off the top of my head remember. So I'm sure.
How about an umbrella that goes over the table?
How about the umbrellas that people hold and then like they're in it? You know what I'm talking about? It's like it kind of goes around their whole down to like their shoulders and like it just like covers and it comes like straight down.
How come they don't wear hats? They don't make hats with umbrellas on.
I've thought about that. Like quirky, the weight. You can handle that?
Well, the wind.
Yeah, then your hat's gone. Then you're doing this the whole time. Then you're that guy.
Wear a strap. Then you get neck problems.
You want to wear a strap?
Somebody's gonna get sued.
Who wears straps anymore?
I would to sue.
Besides the English soldiers, I watch that place.
State trooper hat right behind you. That guy's got a strap.
He does have a strap, but
behind his
but
head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like cool sunglasses. Some they fall down, they stay in your
Yeah,
neck.
maybe I gotta get him glasses. Yeah.
There you go.
You know why I haven't sold that hat?
Because no one sees it.
No one sees it
it's
except you,
it's
me,
literally
and,
behind,
and your mother who watches the
it's
podcast.
behind the curtain. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No,
I got
14
I
fans.
did have two. I sold one. I sold one to a police officer who was a retired state trooper.
Okay. Is there there's a big I want to say people like antique people into antiques buying cop stuff is a big deal, right? There's like a whole little niche for that.
It's hard to say because we don't have much of it. We have a guy who's in the store here that sells military.
Military, I know, is big.
Um,
But is cop stuff also?
Military is not as big as it was really hot maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Now it seems like it's come back. It's good to see younger people getting into antiques. I was good in general, but in specifically military because that's what I like.
What do you call it antique? Is there a short term or a short name for antiquing? You call it teak? Do we teak? Are we teaking?
Maybe the guy that plays bingo calls it. I don't go antiquing. I go to an antique store.
Yeah. You go estate what's that called?
I go to other antique stores.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You buy or you
Sometimes, yeah.
peruse?
No, I buy.
Yeah. Let's see what they're doing. Oh, that's how they're setting up their gear. All right.
But I also go to auctions and estate
Yeah.
sales and tag sales.
Well, I've never been to an estate. How's that work? How's an estate work? Do you go up and
Well, an estate sale is sort of like a tag sale.
it's all
like
laid out
the
there.
contents of a house generally.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's supposed to be, used to be, the person passed away and their family selling off their possessions or whatever. Now it's like, there's an estate sale. They call it an estate sale no matter what,
Okay.
But there are companies that do nothing but run estate sales.
Oh wow.
I ran a few myself.
Do you enjoy it?
No.
Why would I want to?
No, I like the reason I like working in this business is meeting people.
Yeah.
You meet a lot of interesting people. It's probably why I started this podcast, just to sit and talk to interesting people.
Yeah, I love the idea of that. Just to like meet new people and talk.
Yeah. Two of the people that we have lined up, and I think it's in July. One is a Vietnam veteran who is also a published author. He is a Vietnam veteran, a decorated Vietnam veteran who wrote a children's book, which is a pretty famous book.
Do you know the name of it?
No.
Oh.
But I hate him. I have it written down somewhere. And the other guy is actually a World War II veteran. Who's he's in the antique business, but he's 90-something years old.
Oh shit.
And he was in the Army Air Corps, same as your grandfather, which
In
happened to
World
be
War II?
my father. Huh?
In World War II.
Yeah, in the Army Air Corps, and I think in '43 it became the Army Air Force, and then in '47 it became just the Air Force, the separate branch. But it used to be called the Army Air Corps.
Wait, the Air Force and the Army used to be attached?
Yeah, the Army Air Corps. The planes
I didn't
that we
realize
had
that.
as a country were part of the Army.
Oh.
And then
after World War II, the Air Force.
in the middle of World War II, sometime they changed the name to the Army Air Force. And then I think in 1947, I'm sitting here in front of a computer. I mean, that's how lazy I am. I think it was 1947 they separated from the Army.
I just realized what you were getting at.
Started their
Could
own,
look it up. But
Started their own branch.
I'm gonna just wing it.
I'd like to meet somebody from the Space Force. That's the newest branch, right?
NASA?
Space Force.
The fuck is that?
It's a new branch of the military.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
No?
Seriously, no.
You're a teacher, too.
Yeah.
In Mesopotamia.
Yeah, right. I tapped out 2 years ago.
I don't blame you. No, there's the Army,
there's a
Navy,
fifth?
Air Force,
Marines.
Marines,
And now the Space Force?
Space Force.
Were they?
What do? They go up in space. I don't know what they do. That's why I want to talk to somebody from there.
Wow. So they're expecting us.
I'd like to learn more about it.
They're expecting to get into a war or combat or a fight with.
Well, defense,
Defense against what?
I don't know. Let me talk to the guy. Let me find the person, talk to them, and then I'll get back.
Gotcha.
I don't know anything about it, except that there's a new branch of the
I didn't
military.
realize that. All right. Good to know.
I think that's part of I think they have a spot on the Joint Chiefs of Staff, too.
Oh.
I think.
This whole alien thing, right?
Yeah.
Because now, like, the news is, and again, we have a computer, but I'm not gonna.
It's all the way over here.
Yeah.
But I have to say there was something supposed to be released or something.
Yeah. Supposedly the government said a couple of days ago that, like, yes, we can't say that there's not aliens. So I don't know. Meaning, like, there's not 100%. We don't have, like, solid 100% proof that there's aliens. This is what I mean, this is me really paraphrasing.
Yeah. So what makes that different from
I don't know.
what they said 5 years
Yeah,
ago?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
So, but I would guess.
They're setting you up. They're
No.
getting you ready.
Well, the universe. Yeah, right. But the universe is. I would guess there is other life forms or whatever you want to call it somewhere on some other planet.
I would think so. I mean, isn't there billions of galaxies?
Yeah, like why are we're the only planet?
Well, we're the only ones that I know personally.
Yeah.
But I was mentioning this to a fella the other day. It seems like they're hyping the moon lately.
What about
It's
it?
like every time there's a full moon, it's a super blood, full,
Yeah, when you were a kid, did you have like wolf moons and blue
high
moons?
exalted mystic moon. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? It's the moon. It's a full moon. It's not a full moon. Used to have a harvest moon in, I guess, October,
Neil Young?
which was like a bigger moon. It looked bigger,
Yeah.
and you could swear I could see Jackie Gleason's face on the moon.
Nice.
But now it's like super blood once in 90
I
years.
did see
They're
like,
hyping the moon.
yeah, listen.
The moon has its own agent now.
It's just somebody with like a techno light show they're shining up on.
It's like every time there's a full moon, which is usually at least once a month, right? Sometimes twice.
It's once a month. Yeah, and I don't know how often twice, but not often. But it's
Isn't that they call that a blue moon?
I have no
Well,
idea.
it's
I'm
twice
gonna be
a
honest
month.
with you. When it came to science, I shut down.
No. A lot of things you should. Mesopotamia,
Yeah, right.
Space
Hey,
Force.
Space Force. I'm like, whoa. I'm on summer break. That's heavy. That's
Space
heavy.
Force.
Take it easy.
I'm going to
man.
Florida.
Yeah.
What are you talking
Are they
about?
flying me down to Florida? I don't
Down to the
care.
Kennedy Space Center.
Yeah.
And did they start calling it Cape Canaveral again?
I don't know.
Wasn't it called
But
Cape
I've seen
Kennedy?
it.
I could swear it was once called Cape Kennedy.
It's definitely Kennedy Space, whatever.
Yeah, but I remember as a kid, it used to be called Cape Canaveral during the whole
Well,
Apollo thing, and then in honor of him, they changed it to Cape Kennedy. I could swear it. Somebody called me.
13 years ago ish, right? I remember we took me and my buddies went on a cruise, whatever. But to go on a cruise during the wintertime, you have to fly down to Florida, and then get on the cruise. Like cruise ships don't leave Manhattan only during the summertime, right? So we flew down and then we stayed near the Kennedy Space Station. Whatever.
Well, I know there's a Kennedy Space Center.
Oh, that's not the same as Cape. How you doing?
Well, I thought it was. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all, ever since I became a great uncle.
A grand uncle.
I don't know. It's all confusing. It used to be called Cape Canaveral. And sometime after the Man on the Moon, they changed it to Cape Kennedy, or even during it, I don't know.
Yeah.
And now it's like the Kennedy Space Center. But I've also heard it referred to as Cape Canaveral again.
Yeah, I've heard that name before, but I'm not sure. Do you remember the landing of the moon when you were a young lad?
Your grandfather, my father, was we lived in the Castle Hill projects. Okay, Jenny from Jenny and the Block had her own house. We lived in an apartment. All right.
And what floor? What level?
5th
Floor?
floor.
What's the top floor?
12.
Oh, yeah. So there's a decent amount of people in that
And
building.
the building next to us was a 20-story building.
How you do?
That was what we called it. Where you going? Going to the 20-story building. That's how we referred to it.
And they called you the 12th story building?
Huh?
They called you the 12th story building?
No, there was a bunch of buildings, but
Yeah.
I think there was only one 20-story building.
They're still there, the projects.
They must have had extra bricks or something. But anyway, he, at the time, this is 69, right? Man on the Moon? Neil Armstrong? It was
No,
1969.
69, yeah.
I remember it like it was yesterday. Actually, I do.
Yeah.
But anyway, what was I, 5?
No, it was 7.
Not yet.
I
was 6. What is this, a negotiation? What was I, 5? No, you were 7. Ah, that's 6.
You're 6. We'll go with 6.
No, I was 6.
Sold.
I was 6. Sold
Yeah.
at 6. He was part of, him and a couple other men in the building were part of what they called the Tenants Patrol. Because the neighborhood started to, I guess the crime rate started to go up or whatever. When you're 6, you don't realize that.
Yeah.
And I remember he would peruse, walk around the hallways, and they had this table set up, and they had this little black and white TV with the antennas. And it was, I'm not sure it was the man, he actually stepped a foot on the moon, but I think that Apollo 11 was getting close to the moon.
Yeah.
That night, I remember.
Was it like a day, every day everyone was
That's a
watching
memory
news?
I have, but I don't remember. I mean, it's hard to say because I've seen that thing so many times. Neil Armstrong stepping off the thing.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And it always got my goat because it's like, he says one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Yeah.
When he's coming down, he's like, one small step for man, one giant leaf.
Oh, it crackles.
Yeah.
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 But that was also, I
But
mean,
that always bugged me. I don't know why.
because it wasn't a clean
It
shot,
wasn't
right?
clean. Yeah.
But isn't that like, that was like a premeditated sentence to say?
Yes, he had it all.
Yeah, like you're not like, it's not just like all of a sudden, you're like, oh, you know what, let me say this as you're stepping down.
I know people, adult people, that actually believe we never went there.
Yes, I was going to say, like, you know, how about the people, well, two things, right? The people who feel that we never went to the moon and that the earth is flat.
Well, yeah. It's probably the same people.
That's and then there's another conspiracy, whatever you want to call it, that Babe Ruth wasn't real. I know. I don't know how popular that one is, but
Now, your great uncle, I'm granduncle. He was a great uncle.
yeah,
Bernard
yeah, Uncle Bernard.
saw Babe Ruth play. What the hell's the big deal?
I don't know.
I mean, there's people
I
alive
don't
today
know.
that saw Babe Ruth play.
I know. But like, I don't know if that's true, but listening to
Who hit all those homers?
yeah, the fan, you know, Carton.
Steve Carter.
No, not the pitcher. Like, hell of a lefty though.
I remember Cotton.
Yeah, Boomer, but he's on a different show. But he was talking about, I don't know if he was.
Cotton and Boomer, I remember that.
Yeah, but now it's Carton and something else.
They
but
used to be on,
in the mornings.
on TV though.
Yeah, CBS Net.
I wanted to say Sports New York. Maybe I was wrong.
Maybe it's on SNY. I don't know. Anyway,
this is back when I lived in the Bronx, so
Yeah.
that's over.
but he was talking about it. I mean, maybe I don't know, but he's talked about it a few times. So obviously there's.
Babe Ruth never existed.
Yeah, he doesn't feel that way. He's just said he's heard people talk about that.
That's pretty ridiculous.
Babe Ruth. So yeah, so I've never heard anyone say that, but like I'm just reiterating what someone else said. So maybe it's all
Now,
nonsense.
a memory I have going to Shea, they used to drag Mrs. Ruth out every opening day to throw out the first pitch.
So, I don't know.
And then they paid poor Casey Stengel, throw him in the golf cart where the little pitches came out. Casey, Mrs. Root.
How you doing?
You know.
Yeah. Shea. I haven't thought about Shea in a minute.
Yeah, this is back when Shea was multicolored. Had that 1960s deco look.
Yeah.
Orange and blue.
They were when I was a. They still did that.
Well, by the time you started following baseball, they had painted Shea blue.
On the you're talking about on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
panels all
Yeah, I know.
sorts of
Yeah,
panels.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen pictures.
People that are a
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah. I've
Uh,
seen pictures being like, why would you do that?
well, back in the 60s,
Yeah.
it was new. It was the stadium was opened in '64,
Yes.
so it was right in that wheelhouse.
Where did they play the first 2 years?
Polo Grounds.
Polo Grounds.
Yeah. You're a Met fan. You had mentioned in a previous podcast, whatever the hell this is called. You had mentioned in a previous podcast that you're a Met fan because of me.
Yes.
Well, I'm a Met fan because of my father, and my father. We were all Met fans because he was a Giant fan.
Yeah, I
He
tell
grew up in Upper Manhattan. My father.
this is like a common story for a lot of families who have a New York based
I almost said
history.
Republicans. A lot of National
For the
Leaguers.
Democrats?
A lot of National Leaguers, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my friends are like, wait, your whole family's from the Bronx, mom's side, dad's side,
I'm the only one born in the Bronx.
but they for the most part,
Their formative years,
yeah,
really.
like grew up in the Bronx and like all that stuff. And they're like, why you? And then they're like, your dad worked in the courts right across the street from the Yankee Stadium. He's like, how are you not a Yankee fan? I'm like, funny you ask. All right.
Yes, I get to meet a lot of, in my day job as the owner of the Millbrook Antique Center, I get to meet a lot of interesting people. And I happen to meet some, today's Monday as we're recording this.
Yeah.
It feels like Monday.
Oh, it's a Monday.
Oh, it's a Monday.
Well, for me, it's a summer Monday.
Oh, yeah, but anyway, he was a Met fan. And, well, actually, he asked me where I was from, because I apparently have an accent.
Do you?
I
Yeah.
guess so.
Say coffee.
Yeah, yeah. Coffee. But anyway, I said I was born and raised in the Bronx. Moved up here in 2010. He goes, oh, so you must be a Yankee fan. I said, no, I'm a Met fan. And he's like, yeah, he shakes my hand. He was a Met fan. He was from Brooklyn. Oh, yeah, I shook his hand. He shook my hand. And he was like, I can't believe you grew up in the Bronx and was a Met fan. I said, you know, there's Yankee fans in Queens. I hate to break the news to you.
Unfortunately.
And then I explained to him exactly what I just explained to you. I'm a Met fan because my father was a Giant fan. Back in the, this goes back to a previous podcast we had about interleague play and all the bullshit with the All-Star game and the World Series.
Which is coming up this year.
What?
The All-Star game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it.
No, me neither.
I don't think anybody is.
No.
The home run derby, everybody will
Yeah,
watch.
because Pete's in it too, Alonso.
If anybody from the major leagues happens to trip over this, I don't know why you would, but you're killing the game.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was a big deal back then in the 60s when I was growing, a small child. The National League and the American League. If you were a National League fan, it was these guys who... The reason why the Mets came into being is because there were Dodgers and Giant fans who would never, ever root for the Yankees. And the Yankees thought they were golden. Well, they are anyway, but they thought they were golden when the Dodgers and the Giants moved to California. They were the only team left in New York.
Yeah.
No. Those National League guys that never went to a Yankee, started following Yankee games. So Bill Shea and I guess a couple other people got together and said, let's throw another National League team back in New York. But it amplifies how much the leagues meant back then.
Yes.
And, and I guess it's generational, like people who, when I was growing up, it was natural to have 4 divisions, 5 teams in each division.
You're talking about 2 in American, 2 in the National.
2 East, West, East, West.
Yeah.
People that were older than me, that was sacrilegious to not have one, just like 8 teams.
Yeah.
But when they expanded in '62, they broke up the thing into divisions. I think it was '62. They might have broke it up actually. No, I think it was '62.
Yeah.
But they might have done it later when they brought in the, I think it was the Houston Astros. I think they were called the Houston Colt 45s when they came in.
That's correct.
And I forget, maybe the Expos, Montreal Expos. Yeah, maybe the Montreal Expos. Maybe that's when they split the division. But either way, when I first started following baseball, I guess I was 11. It was East-West, East-West, American National. You had a president of each league and you had a commissioner. It was like a perfectly run democracy, except it wasn't a democracy. But anyway, well, there was some ridiculousness in there anyway, like the Atlanta Braves, I think were in the, I think they were in the West.
They were.
Back in the day.
Because when I started watching in the 80s, it was the Mets, the Cardinals, the Cubs, the Pirates, the Expos. I can't think of everything else. Maybe the Reds. I can't, whatever.
Yeah, I think it was, and the Cardinals, I think, were in the East.
Yeah, they were in the East. And then the West was the Giants, the Dodgers, the Braves,
Padres.
Whatever. I'm not going to ramble them all off, but
I think that's it.
yeah. And then
you rambled them all off.
And then you have 1-1. So like in the '86, the Mets played the Astros, right?
Because they won the West.
And that was it. So now
And the World Series. You enjoyed the World Series. It was over before you started having snowball fights.
Yeah.
Now it's like
November 1st, man.
Game 7 of the World Series, and you're thinking about getting your turkey for Thanksgiving. What the frick?
What I don't like about that model is that in the 2 division.
Don't get on my nerves.
This is the one thing I don't like about it. 85 Mets. They win 98 games and they don't go to the playoffs. That's hard.
Well, the Cardinals were better
But
by a half a game.
when you play
or a
162 games
Yeah.
and you bust your hump.
Yeah.
And you
I still remember Darryl Strawberry hitting a homer in Busch Stadium. But in '85, as a Met fan, you were just happy that you still gave a crap, and it was the end of September.
Yeah. that feeling hasn't changed. It's still to this.
'84, you started to get a little excited. They made it till like the end of August.
Well, that Keith Hernandez too.
Usually get, like I always say, stress-free August as a Met fan. But then they got Carter in '85. Hernandez was '83 or '84. I think in the mid '83. 83. 84. I think in the mid 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 83. 84. I think in and then Strawberry came up, and it just started to gel.
Yeah.
You got to give kudos to Frank Cashin.
Yeah.
He's still alive, that guy?
I don't know, but he built the last winning Mets team.
Is he still alive?
I don't know.
Oh, he never returned my calls.
Yeah. But yeah, back to what you were saying about how you're a Met fan. They're two things. They're blue and orange. Some people don't realize that's the Dodgers blue and the Giants orange.
Yes.
It's also the New York colors blue and orange.
And the NY on the hat
Yeah.
is same as the Giants.
Yep.
It was a blue hat for the Dodgers, and the NY was the same NY as. If you look at the San Francisco Giants, the SF is the same as the NY.
Yep. So.
Yeah.
It's a cool connection.
And that's why there is a Mets. That's the reason there is a Mets, because there was a lot of league people adhered to a league. League loyalty. That's a good word. League loyalty. So that's why there is a Mets, and that's why you're a Met fan.
Yes.
Hereditary.
Yeah. It's passed down. Like
Hereditary. Like a tick.
We're a Met family. It's been passed down, and now my nephew. Right.
Oh, he's the jury's still out. Yeah.
No, he's a Met fan.
Yeah.
He's
a good ball player, though.
Yeah, he's a good ball player.
I went to one of his games.
He's a good ball
You
player.
can pull your hair out watching 5-year-olds play,
Yeah.
but
No, now it's more. I hear you, but it's better now. But my cousin,
he's 11.
yeah, your nephew, my cousin Matt, his 2 kids are Met fans. Like it's a.
There's no way your cousin Matthew's kids are not
Yeah.
going to Met fans.
I mean,
they're
I
going
don't-
to eat. They got to be.
Christopher, his daughters. I don't know if they follow baseball, but I'm sure the Met
I'm
fans
not
if
sure.
they did. Yeah. Point being is like.
Yeah.
The Met tradition gets passed down, which is pretty. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You know.
Boycott.
Guys still boycott.
Like former President Biden.
Yeah, you
But-
should let him know.
By the time
Yeah. Give him a text.
by the time this comes out, this will be forgotten. But did you hear him whispering the other day?
I told you. Remember, I don't watch the news. Zero. Zip.
Somebody was asking
Right
him.
now.
He was in a press conference. Somebody was asking him about people struggling. And I just got that. And he answers the question like he's whispering.
What did he say?
1.9 trillion checks are on them.
Think he'll make it? Is he gonna make it the whole 4 years?
And what about the people? There's this thing. There's more jobs than there are people that are willing to work the jobs. Give them more money. That's how he said it.
Yeah.
I can see. I understand what he's saying. Maybe give them more money, they'll come back because
Yeah.
they're getting unemployment or whatever the hell they're getting. But he has to give them more money. So what are you? Creepy.
I don't know.
God bless you, Vice President Biden, but
Vice President.
former Vice President.
Yeah.
Sorry,
President?
no, former Vice President.
Oh.
But anyway, so there it is, and that's my story, and I'm sticking with
All
it.
right, listen.
Yeah.
You gotta go with it.
You're getting me all nostalgic with the Apollo thing and
Why? I mean, these are.
the little ugly,
Th-
multicolored placards outside of Shea Stadium.
That's yeah. I mean, I've seen the pictures and whatever.
What if they sold them off
I don't know.
when they painted the?
When they shut down Shea, they sold off the seats.
Well, I wonder if they sold the panels, the multicolored panels. You can see them from the Bronx. You go to Ferry Point Park and see them.
Oh, could you?
Yeah.
Oh, they definitely stood out.
Oh,
Yeah. But my question that
And not to mention, if you want to talk nautical miles, I'm a terra firma guy, but
Yeah.
I grew up closer to Shea than I did to Yankee Stadium.
probably. If
Not to mention it's
because
easy.
Castle's right by the water.
You could take the bus right to Flushing from where I grew up.
Yeah.
If you're going to Yankee Stadium, you got to go all the way down 125th Street on the 6 train, and then you got to take the 4 and the 5
straight
up to.
One stop though.
Take it easy.
One stop.
2 trains.
Yeah, one stop. 125 and 161st. Yeah. The in the seats in Shea, why orange was field, which is the bottom level. I get
remember
it.
that.
Loge, middle level, was blue, and then it's green and red. What's up with the green and red? I've always wondered that. Why were the seats painted green and red?
I don't know.
Yeah.
My first memory of going to a Met game was with my father and I believe our next door neighbor. His name was Bill Palomar, who was a motorman on the subway, and he once let me blow that horn, which was good on the train. yeah. Oh, I leaned on that bad boy. But anyway, I remember the three of us going out there, and we were like right behind home plate, but about 6 miles up.
Yeah.
We were like the third seat from the end.
Yeah. You put your glove.
It's like you're waving at the passengers on the planes flying out of the body.
Right.
And I remember, because I was definitely wasn't following baseball then. I was definitely maybe 5. And I remember way out in the distance I could see this factory, Serval Zippers was the name of it. They made zippers, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was the sign on the building was S with light, then the E, then the
like
R,
Christmas lights, and
B.
each one would take their turn.
Yeah. And then it would all be Serval Zippers, and I spent most of the game watching that damn thing. Until somebody came around with a Coke or a hot dog or something.
By the way, vendors are done.
All right, here it comes.
At the game, because I've been to 2 Met games this year. There's no more vendors walking around saying like hot dog, beer. It's all over. Right? There's no there's food stands, but there's no one walking around with the the cooler around their neck, or the food the food thing around their neck serving food and alcohol, beers or soda, whatever. It's done. At least so far.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Well, yeah, especially if you're a soda jerk.
Yeah, just like.
Now that's an old term.
Oh
soda
yeah,
jerk.
I went right over that because I had no idea what that was.
Soda jerk.
I'm like, is the guy calling me a jerk?
It's what they used to call the guys that would sell that stuff. Or soda.
Yeah.
Soda jerk.
Hey, yo, soda jerk, come here.
I think it came out of when, the old candy stores where you had to pull the tap to get the soda. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, it's a jerk it?
Your uncle Richard, because there was a friend of ours, God rest his soul, passed away, that used to be a soda jerk at either Shea or Yankee, I forget, maybe both. And he said, "What are you when you run out of soda?"
Just a jerk. Yeah.
Which I thought was funny. But anyway.
But anyway,
so that's gone by the wayside. Now
it seems like it.
So can those people that had that, because you could make good money selling beers and
yeah. You got to hustle, but yeah.
I guess when you first get hired, you maybe you sell the big hand or something.
yeah. You got the hand with cotton candy in the bottom of the ride.
You get promoted to cotton candy, and then if you make it long enough, you're selling beer. Because that's
beer's the prime one,
and you get tips.
And hot dogs. I would say hot dogs probably second.
Yeah, but I mean, did they redistribute them to the?
So, what I noticed is that there's like standing vendors where they're like you walk around the stadium.
So you got to go to the vendor. The vendor don't come to you no.
Yeah, but so you have the normal food stands all over the place, but then there's like a standing vendor with a little bucket, like a cooler, and he's like beers, and like you come to that person for they're not walking around. You're going to them to. So
they're charging you more to get in there, and they're making you work harder.
So a beer is like $13-14.
Oh no.
For a Bud.
Really?
Swear to God. Corona, whatever. Is there a difference?
Because when one time, I was at Citi Field a couple of times.
Yeah, I took you once.
You think? Yeah. I took you once. You got lost.
I think you did, didn't you?
I don't know. But I noticed a lot of there is a huge vending area there, like behind left center field.
Yeah, that's still
Shea
there.
Bridge and
all that shit.
Yeah. But
which is modeled after the Hell's Gate Bridge.
Wow. But what?
The Shea Bridge it's modeled after the Hell's Gate Bridge in Astoria.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I remember trying because now you got my mind going.
Sorry.
What I was gonna say was there's a lot of bigger name stores back there.
Yeah, there's Shake Shack and.
So they license these things out to these people, and I'm wondering if all these people that are not jerking sodas no more get redirected.
I don't know.
They still have a job, is what I'm getting at.
I don't know, but those.
But not a Shea. Go ahead. Go ahead.
where Shake Shack and all those stores are, the
Uh-huh.
food spots. Above it is the old top of the Met scoreboard at Shea. It's still, they kept the top part of that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Now the Shea Bridge, I remember because and now I'm trying to think of this guy. It was probably around the time when Citi Field first opened. They had this first baseman, and he had like a lot of potential.
Oh, he was a
it
lefty.
Davis?
Yeah.
His last name Davis?
Yeah, he was a lefty, right?
I think he was Ron Davis'
No.
son.
Oh, maybe, but it was Eric Davis? No, that's the Cincinnati right.
No, he was a first baseman, and he had like a hell of a lot of potential, and that's why I was always gun shy with Conforto, because they hyped Conforto up.
Before was good though.
Well, he's coming into his own,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this guy was highly touted, and then he was, but anyway, he hit a home run. He hit Shea Bridge.
Yeah, I remember him. I can't think of his name.
It's not Eric Davis. It's Davis, but the computer's all the way over here.
Yeah.
I can't.
And then they traded him to the Pirates. He played for the Pirates for a minute, and then now he's.
I wish they had never given up that guy, although he didn't really do so well when he left the Mets. That knuckleball guy,
R.A. Dick.
R.A. Dickey. Yeah.
They got Darno and Syndergaard for one though.
Oh. Yeah.
So I mean Darno, he left, but Syndergaard still.
Is Darno still in the majors?
Yeah, he became like a stud on the Braves.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's hurt this year, but last year he batted like over 3. Don't get me started.
You don't get me started.
Don't get started.
Don't get you.
Yeah.
You started.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Anyway.
All right, Shawnee boy.
Yeah.
Well, I took up enough of your time. I appreciate you trudging all the way up to Millbrook, New York.
Yeah, this is a great spot up here.
It's a beautiful town.
Yeah, really.
It's an easy town to fall in love with.
It's a really good town. Yeah.
And the next time we'll see you will be on this very
There'll
laptop
be
here.
a palm beach behind me. Palm beach, but a palm tree behind me.
Palm tree. Yeah, well, yeah, props.
Yeah.
And I'm giving you one of these guys to take.
How do you feel about it? You feel good about
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
turning into that guy.
it?
Lose a few more hairs and wear
but
these glasses.
The best part is I never realized there was I know you can't.
Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, there's a Pepto-Bismol on the.
I could use that today. A lot of things
Yeah.
went wrong for me today.
Yeah.
But first world problems, my friend.
First world problems.
A lot of things went wrong with me today, but I had a meal.
Yeah. Right. And you're going home to a bed.
Going home to an air-conditioned room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah. So all's good in the world. But we
All
got to
right.
look at the bright side of life, my friend.
It's got to be positive.
You have a good time down there in Florida.
I appreciate it.
And we'll see you on this little thing
All
when you're down there.
I'll see you on the flip.
And then you come back up to Millbrook when you get back.
August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right, shorty boy.
All right. Take care.
All right, you too.